Hey everybody, it's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to this solar eclipse new moon in Libra in depth taking place on October 14th, 2023, and what it means for not only the 14th of October, but this coming 3 months, taking us all the way up into January. So I'm going to do things a little bit different in this video. I have decided to, type out so I can say out loud just what's going on with each sign. But I also wanted to make sure that we did spend some time breaking down this moon as well so that it can really, sink in just how big a deal this really is. This is a really big deal of a solar eclipse. And for those of you that know me, you know I am not really big on the hype and the clickbait. I am not an emotional vampire. I don't get sustenance from human attention. So it's important that you understand when I say something's a big deal when it comes to astrology, okay, this is a really big deal. This solar eclipse new moon has a lot of extra activity going on with it. We've got, of course, Mercury in a close but not exact conjunction. And we also have the South Node in a close but not exact conjunction. All of that action taking place in Libra. And then we also have this eclipse opposed loosely to Chiron in Aries, as well as the North Node in Aries. It's a beautiful new beginning for everybody, but it's also the kind of breakthrough, the kind of life direction changing event or life direction changing window that we have to remember is working for us as it goes to work. So starting the 14th through January, a new life chapter is taking hold for everybody. Solar eclipses bring new beginnings and commitments that change the landscape of our life, starting with the part of our charts that they are occurring in. And we'll talk about that. With Mercury close by, this will come on faster than most eclipses get down to work. So while we can expect the 14th is the beginning, and we're going to be feeling this energy strongly through mid-January, this is likely going to be something that catches on faster than a lot of us are usually used to. And we will already be well on our way, integrating this new life chapter, integrating these life direction changing events by the time we get to November. So again, way ahead of schedule as far as eclipses are concerned. In the monthly astrology reports for October, right, big video, every sign has its own chapter, I described this period as a blessing that is also a test of personal growth. This will likely be a big development that will require us to commit to a new story that we've always been wishful for, but will also require us to adjust our comfort zone, our plans, our lifestyle, and our very way of going down our path or whatever path we're on in order to make it happen. In short, this solar eclipse is a win that will not be integrating into the world we know or the way we've carried on our lives as we've maintained them. So we've all need to be ready to adjust, keep an open mind, be ready to let things go, be ready to embrace something that is taking us out of our bubble and our comfort zone. This eclipse is not going into the places that we've just shut in and giving them a polish. It's not moving into our lives as we are where we are. It's moving us to where this eclipse is going to serve us best. Much of this is also because of the conjunction this eclipse is making to the South Node, which is now transiting Libra as well. The South Node is our comfort zone. It's our crutch. It's the part of our lives that we coast on without challenges, but also it's sometimes where we go, but we don't make a whole lot of growth. And a solar eclipse like this is essentially replacing our present comfort zone with a new comfort zone. Something deeply personal and truer to our personal needs, so there will be gratification. Of course, we'll all be very happy for it once we get settled in. It's the transition that's difficult, not the new in this matter. The South Node is not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing, right? No black and white in astrology. But it represents a part of ourselves and our lives that we do need to keep in balance. Overindulgence of the South Node in the comfort zone leads to stagnation in said comfort zone, paralysis, and even backsliding if we're always hiding in our bubbles, right? If we always hide in our bubbles, we always pen ourselves up in our own little rooms, our little boxes, it gets moldy, it gets musty, and eventually it goes into a state of decay. But it is an important space that we give ourselves to drift when we need to recharge, when we need to re-energize, when we do need to have our sanctuary. So there is a purpose to it all. But we want to make sure that we understand it's almost like our sanctuary is getting changed. We are getting a comfort zone we've had in the present replaced with a new comfort zone that is actually, again, still very fulfilling, very rewarding to us, very much something that meets our personal needs, but got to get ready for some switches anyway. And again, this is getting kicked off on the 14th, but we're going to be feeling this all the way up through mid-January. A lot of this is already going to have taken hold and developed by the time we get to mid-January. And this is probably going to do a lot of the shaking of our worlds consistently the 14th of October through the end of November. So how is this going to be showing up, or where is this showing up? Where is this going to work for each sign? Aries. This will be focusing on your closest one-on-one connections and partnerships in all capacities. New beginnings could bring new opportunities for committed partnerships and alliances, bring new chapters in existing relationships, friendships, and business alliances, and change the status and future direction of romantic relationships to more prosperous and active spaces than they've existed in, and everyone is getting moved on, moved forward, moved wherever. Just let this go, you just need to be ready. However, I'll put it this way, you just need to be ready. Sometimes we can fall into ruts, even with our commitments, even with our closest friendships, our partnerships, our business alliances, and our marriages. And, you just need to also be ready to let go of the ruts in order for these new beginnings to take off. Taurus, this will be focusing on your area of work, your reputation, your schedule, the services that you provide to others, and your lifestyle. Your crowd standing and the very functions you perform for others are undergoing a big shift during this time, and you will find you're being lifted up to a new space of accomplishment with the material reward to back it up. But you will need to be ready to get reacquainted with your work and the people you'll be working with, as it will feel very foreign at times during this transition. Gemini, this will be focusing on your romantic life, creative works, personal pleasures, fantasies, and your relationships with children and even parenthood. This will be a period where an unaddressed or unsatisfied need will be getting met, as a blocked or unexplored wish will finally be able to manifest. This will bring out a side of you that you haven't had a lot of time to explore or develop comfortably in your life. You will have moments where you will need to face down insecurities, old conditioning, and self-consciousness as these developments advance through this period. Cancers, this will be focusing on your home, family life, living situation, home economy, and your roots. And this will likely be a time where you will need to be ready to plant new roots, however you're going to be planting new roots. Make a serious move or take bold action with family and home economics, because everyone is getting ready to adjust to a happier, more harmonious, and secure lifestyle. In times of peace and harmony, however, sometimes old issues with family can come out, and there will be many moments of great releases and purges that come along at the same time as the big wins and breakthroughs that are also showing up in this area of your life. Leos, this will be focusing on community, collaboration, pacts, and your network, both personal and professional. You may find that you are being migrated away from professional and social norms and circles that you have lingered in and are being guided to move on to a new horizon. Offers of assistance, guidance, and even being led by the hand will be put on the table. You will be joining forces with those who will be lifting you out of ruts in all areas of your life and speeding up growth in spaces of your world that have fallen behind or have been holding you maybe in a past chapter, a past era, or let's just say a bygone space that you do need to be ready to be moved out of. Virgo, this will be focusing on your income, material security, values, and your job. This will likely precipitate an opportunity to take on a new role or a new, let's just say a new title, or if it's not a new title, it could just be a new job description or a new level of income that takes you above what has been your normal for some time. However, you will need to be ready to get down to business and get, involved with things in your professional life that might require you to be more active and engaged there than you have been. This is going to demand a lot more committed time, energy, and hours from you, at least in the beginnings, and so you don't want to shy away from that. When it comes to your finances in the strictest sense, this is an increase to your earnings and a huge boost to your material security going forward. However, you will need to accept a new destination or change of path that will also come from this shift. Libra, this will be focusing on you, your personal journey, your solitary pursuits, your sense of identity, and your own personal life direction. It's happening in your sign after all. The goalpost is moving. This will likely bring about a big break that has a domino effect on all areas of your life at the same time, right? And that can happen sometimes. A development at work changes things at home and our personal life and our social life. A development here hits all these other areas at once, and that's how this goes to work when it's in your sign, especially as it relates to your living situation, career, and your social environment. All at once or very quickly one after another. However, you will need to push yourself to keep up with the speed of it all because you may be tempted to stagger, take too many breaks, stop to overprocess, all of those little procrastination moves, or maybe pause too much, and that will only make things more difficult to adjust to. So this is all very, very good for you. Just do not take too much time to investigate, study, or ponder beyond what is strictly necessary and sensible. Scorpio, this will be focusing on matters that are private, behind the scenes, or concern the past as it affects the present or the future. This will be a rebirthing period for a matter of great value and importance to you. An old wish or desire, abandoned or dashed, is getting a chance to come back to life. There could also be news of a hidden path, shortcut, or secret road to the realization of a cherished wish or desire that appears during this time, and you're going to want to make sure you have time to explore it, right? Take it seriously. This is an important reunion with a goal or life path you once had blocked or taken off the table that can be realized, in a new way, right? And sometimes that happens, life happens however it does, but here you go. Sagittarius, this will be focusing on your friendships, your support system, your social life, and you will find that a new chapter or a new contact or several new contacts will be changing not only the way you go about your business, but opening doors for you in your life that you did not know existed. This is a time where you will be moved to a new sense of tribe, a new sense of home in the world. It could be you find yourself with a brand new tribe, right? A whole new platonic support system, a whole new friendship circle, either because you find it yourself or you integrate into it yourself and everyone's a fresh face, or it will be evolving out of something that you have known. Just be prepared to let the bygone era, right, what is going away, go by quickly, and be ready to welcome fresh faces and new evolutions in all of your platonic relationships. Capricorn, this will be focusing on your career, upward mobility, promotions, status, and raises. You will find you're getting pushed to move on up in the world, but will likely have to power through some fears or insecurities about leaving behind a small, outgrown pond. Opportunities to climb in status and earning power will present, but you'll need to be ready to raise your personal standards for your performance and also let go of worn out titles, life chapters, and maybe even the way you kind of look at yourself in an economic or social status. That way you can, of course, not only evolve out of those things, but better embrace what's coming to you here. Aquarius, this will be focusing on your area of travel, expansion, prominence, spirituality, as well as government and legal matters. It's one of those areas of life that kind of covers a lot. And you will find that you're being pulled away from your territory as you've known it, and going on more than a few great adventures. Popularity and visibility of you and what is most important to you will also be growing during this time. You may find you're getting a chance to make a great big trip or a big move that will open up your world and keep it open as well. This will also likely come with a new important commitment, contract, or order that will secure this change in your lifestyle and keep that world open for you. Or it will be the elimination of a commitment, contract, or order that was keeping you penned up in a lifestyle that you've lived up until this point. Pisces, this will be focusing on your area of investments, debts, self-employment, shared resources, sexuality, and intimacy. This is one of those areas of the chart that just covers a lot. Because of Mercury's involvement here, it will likely be the primary focus of eclipse is going to focus more on the material side of things, the money side of things, more so than intimate, but it could cover the spectrum. A new financial venture or opportunity will be crystallizing during this period, promising great rewards for you and the ally you will be setting forth with. This will likely be a matter that either pushes you into an era of prosperity or it completely frees you from a financial attachment or concern that you have been taking care of for a while or something from the past. However, if it is a matter of your personal or intimate life, either as an alternative to the financial one or all happening at the same time, this is the rousing of a fire that has not been tended to for a long time with regards to your sex life and a new chapter in an intimate connection being born from that fire. Now, for those of you who are single or available, this could be a new chapter in your personal life, in your love life, or this could be getting roused up in an intimate connection that you have. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.